The Galactic Center of the Milky Way, written, directed, and produced by Reverend Dr. Dikki Jo Mullen. In this lesson, Reverend Dr. Mullen will explore the implications of the galactic center of the Milky Way Galaxy. Note the mathematical equation calculated by scientists describing the rotating hole at the center of the galaxy. Reverend Dr. Mullen will explore the implications of the discovery of this galactic center as it is associated with natal charts. The black hole emerged at 26 degrees Sagittarius, 54 minutes. And now, Reverend Dr. Mullen will present her lesson for today.
The most significant observation tools we have just see space going on and on. It's a cascade, an avalanche of energy. How can we connect to this degree of the zodiac? It's not the end of the world, it's the beginning, many believe. The galactic center is a direct hotline to a higher desire, a higher will, a world beyond something we maybe can just barely begin to conceive of. Those who study Kabbalah or the chakras will relate it to the kether at the top of the tree of life or the top of the crown chakra. Angelologists will sometimes relate the galactic center to Metatron. One who is closest to God is the translation of Metatron's name. Try focusing on your top or crown chakra, possibly tap or touch it, and thinking about the concept or idea of what this astronomical discovery really means. Checking your own horoscope, see if you might have a planet, luminary, or house cusp within 3 degrees of this degree, 26 Sagittarius, 54 minutes, or not. Some notables who have include Edgar Cayce, who had his moon there, Albert Einstein, and also Uri Geller. And if there are others, we all have it somewhere, but if it's emphasized, you might be one who's going to be very much a participant in what opening up our world, opening up our horoscopes mean. In esoteric astrology, let's look at the house rulerships for each of the 12 zodiac signs to begin to get an idea of where your own world is going with the discovery of the galactic center. Because now that it's widely known, all of us will have to adapt to it in our own way. It's ruled again by that location in the degree of Sagittarius, and everyone has it somewhere in his or her own birth chart. And we want to look at the esoteric or spiritual interpretations of the houses. Sagittarians, you have it in the first house, and this is the realm of personality. It's the rising sign cusp, and it's considered an extension of the ascendant. It represents observable characteristics in the body, also indicates health, and the way the rest of the world sees you as an individual. Scorpios, it's going to be in your second house. This is the realm of personal attachment. It denotes possessions, property, wealth. All of this is the ability to attract what you need, but it might not be money as we've previously thought about money at all. Libra, the galactic center will be in your third house, the realm of the conscious mind, indicating communication, speech and language skills, travel, and also early childhood education, familiar people in the everyday environment, accumulation of routine knowledge, habitual thinking patterns. How do you begin to learn or imitate or reflect the knowledge that's extended to you in the world, the outer world. Virgo, it's your 4th house. This Ancestry.com thing could mean a lot to you because it's home and family. And this is the mother and her side of the family, your place of birth, the circumstances around the time of your birth, your past memories, traditions and attitudes that you've inherited may have a bearing on this wild part of your own birth chart. 5th house, it's going to be for Leo, the Galactic Center will be there, pleasure and creativity. It shows where your individual will is expressed in its own unique way. And expressing your own creativity through any sort of entertainment, avocation. Also your children, the ultimate creative act, and love. Cancer, it's the 6th house for you. The Galactic Center in the 6th house for Cancer people. This indicates your attitude, ability to work and be of service to others. It's also your fellow co-workers, everyday routine, and on another level, animal companions, pets, and small animals that are wild, like rabbits, wild or feral animals, relationship with them, as well as companion creatures. Gemini, it's the 7th house of relationships for you, indicating your attitude, ability to work with others in our crowded world, and also committed relationships and partnerships of any type that have a higher purpose beyond the individual. For Taurus people, it's the 8th house. This is transformations, the deeper mysteries of birth, rebirth, reincarnation, death, and regeneration. Property, business affairs, critical situations involving others, changes, death and separation, adapting to and accepting change, which is difficult for Taurus, the bull that holds on, learning to do that, to be flexible in the changes in our environment would be your message from the Galactic Center. Aries, it's the higher mind for you. It's the 9th house. This is going to indicate what you rise to and expand to in the realm of thought. Education, but it might not be education in the traditional sense. Philosophical thinking, journeys of the mind and body, possibly astral projection. I've been beginning to place the Galactic Center in the horoscopes that I do for individuals, and for my Aries clients, it seems like astral projection and moving between the realms of this life and the afterlife, interdimensional travel. Aries is the pioneer. It was affected by Jupiter when the Galactic Center was discovered. This could be very significant in interpreting what this means to you. Intuition, unusual experiences that expand our awareness of everyday life. Pisces, it's the 10th house for you, and this is the realm of public life. The 10th house shows your career, your reputation, ambitions, the father figure, authority figure in your life, and public life, if you are Pisces, are included here. And also what you aspire to achieve, the highest pinnacle of your potential. The Galactic Center is the key to that with Pisces, Sun, or Ascendant. Aquarius, the Galactic Center is your 11th house. This is the communal spirit, politics, social situations, shared ideals, reaching out and becoming integrated with others of like mind or common purpose. Finally, Capricorn, the Galactic Center is in your 12th house, and this is the realm of concealment, the unconscious mind. The 12th house indicates places of seclusion, retreat, private affairs, isolation, chosen or enforced, secret enemies, and the most hidden and deep areas of experience. This is where you discover who you are on a personal level, and alone but not loneliness, manifestation of the inner experience for Capricorn. Let's look at some of the symbols of that degree of 26 Sagittarius 54 minutes. In Sabian symbols, this becomes a man beneath the paw of the lion rampant. It represents dealing with difficulty or danger. The fixed stars, Acumen and Aculeus, those are two stars often read together, go with this position, and it relates strongly to eyesight, but also to higher vision. The health of the eyes as we adapt to using our eyes differently. I'm thinking of computer screens, particularly artificial lighting, and then also higher vision for everyone. The discovery of the Galactic Center relates to that. In degrees of the zodiac symbolized, it becomes a sculptor's vision, slowly but surely taking form. This symbol relates to being to project visions, thoughts, or ideals out into the higher world. The degree of the Galactic Center holds an enormous charge of energy and power, and most of the energy in our bodies goes out through our eyes. Some physicians feel it might be 80% of the energy that goes out. And sometimes if you feel exhausted or tired, if you just close your eyes for a moment, you can feel very relaxed or better. And not being able to sleep or close the eyes causes a lot of trouble mentally and physically. Maybe that analogy is good for understanding the Galactic Center on a little bit more of a personal level. It's projecting shape and form into materials that have a desired outcome. That's the sculptor's vision. And it is the Godhead, the mind of God. That's what we're looking at. Whatever God is or whatever is out there, the Galactic Center has begun to reveal. Think of visions and moving ahead of time in order to understand what this might mean on a personal level. It can be kind of frightening and overwhelming, but isn't it tantalizing if you feel bored with things? Think of how much is really out there, how far out is out, how many billions of years of time, how much light year time passage is really going through the eye that's at the center of our own Milky Way. Every time you look at a picture of deep space, the Milky Way, visualize the Galactic Center, look at the middle, and see if you can move beyond it in a dream or meditation. Nobody really knows what's out there. Someone has to discover it. It might as well be you. This is Dikki Jo Mullen in downtown Orlando, Florida, astrologer and parapsychologist, sharing some thoughts about some new discoveries to add to your own horoscope.
Reverend Dr. Dikki Jo Mullen, astrologer, psychic, and parapsychologist. Dr. Mullen provides the following services: astrology, psychic, rune, and tarot card readings, face-to-face and Zoom readings and seances, and webinars and face-to-face presentations. Thank you for watching. Reverend Dr. Dikki Jo Mullen can be contacted at her skymaiden@juno.com email address. She also has a Facebook page, which she invites you to view, and her WordPress site, where she has additional resources.